Good afternoon, my friends, and thank you for coming around for another shave. Today is a continuation of the last ones of inexpensive items that you can get started in wet shaving. Today's shave is brought to us by Seaforth Heather. This is the green one. There's a red one also I haven't tried yet, but it's coming. Wink, nudge. I've got the matching aftershave that goes with it. Today's budget razor is a Kai Captain clone. This cost me $3 on one of the popular websites. And got a Sterling Kong brush. It was fairly inexpensive. I don't remember what I paid for it though. But it's a synthetic of the finest kind. Now it does have a occasional, well, this happens to be a badger bristle, so it came from a neighbor, so somebody contributed to it. But synthetics have made so much progress over the last decade or so that they equal and in many cases exceed the performance of badger brushes, in my opinion. This is a cool water shave, being in the summer series, and this soap lends itself real well to that. It has a very wide water band, and the fragrance reminds me a little bit of the citrus musk. Once again, Clubman comes back because that's kind of my heritage, where I got everything started. My first few aftershaves were Old Spice and Clubman's, and of course, Aqua Velva and all the other ones before the ADD's acquisition disorder showed up. This is technically a shavette. Well, it is a shavette. It holds a single blade. This time it's a Kai Pink. It's their guarded blade. I can't remember what it is. Pro Guard, I think. Whatever it is, it's pretty good. I got a mess of them. They're not expensive and they last a long time. And they are sharp as sharp can be. I just planed off a tall pollicle right there. But this particular model of Kai clones, I've got a whole bunch of them to see which ones I liked, and they're all great. I haven't had a bad one yet. They have the Kai Captain clone. That's in a Kamisori look. They have a Kai clone that's a folding type. There's also a feather clone. It's not in the cabinet here. It's back in the other drawer somewhere. It doesn't resemble the feather quite as closely as the Kais do. But as far as performance goes, they're great. And they can be got for very inexpensive. This one doesn't have the speed bumps on the thing, so this one really more closely approximates the feeling of a straight than some of the other of this AC series of shavettes. Haven't really quite got my handwork down with Kamisori type blades. I've got some actual Kamisoris that sit still quite a bit because a true Kamisori has an asymmetrical grind, and sometimes those are a little bit more weird to work around. You end up getting an asymmetrical shave if you're not careful, or you can lose some skin. So care is highly recommended. Until you get used to them. And don't let their appearance fool you. These things can and will hurt you. That's just same with any single blade or a straight razor. One pass, I'm already at a passable shave. I could conceivably stop now, but then what would I do with this big bowl of wonderful lather that I came up with? So I'm going to do at least one more pass. I have Safety Cat here sitting in the window. You can't see her from this angle because I've had to move my camera mount so it doesn't focus so easily on the window. So I'll pick you up here for a minute. And there she is. She loves the window. And she knows, she likes the smell of, much like the smell of aftershave or something, because that's what she does. If I have any complaint about these razors, is they're real smooth, rubber. In order to get a grip, you get your Allen block and you rub a little on your fingers, and that'll bring your grip right back to where it ought to be. Be a little more careful here around the edges of my mustache. I have recently narrowed. You know what? You guys probably can't hear me as well because I'm using no mic again. Thankfully, that's something that can be remedied very quickly. Didn't want to disturb the cat, but she was sitting on the cord. Okay, that's better. If anywhere I have trouble with any shaving system is right in this region here that I'm working on. My hair grows funny here. Clear up into my chin, really. So going against the grain doesn't necessarily solve it. I have to go across, and in this case, because this is the kind of razor it is, and it's a really good razor, despite its inexpensiveness, I'm smooth as baby's butt right here. I'm glad to see the Seaforth name continue. It made a good started in the 40s, and somebody bought the rights to it. And I wish them all the success in the world in bringing them back, because the fragrance is wonderful. The quality of the soap, it brings up a good lather. Frankly, it's good stuff. And because I had so much alum on my hand, I'm rinsing off and checking myself for hull damage at the same time. No problems. Like I said, I was being careful on the corners, because if I get a mess up here, then I have to adjust it. Next thing you know, I look like Charlie Chaplin or something. Don't want that to happen. It's bad enough that narrowing things down. There's lemon. The aftershave that I got with this one is the I got the one with the alcohol. A very dear friend of mine featured this same soap yesterday or day before in his shave. He's another vlogger, and he used the non-alcohol shave milk, and so I remembered I had it, and I remembered I hadn't used Seaforth for a while, so he inspired me to bring it out, and that is the soap we use today. And we use the Sterling Kong synthetic. We'll be using the Seaforth with alcohol, and of course we featured today the Captain Kamisori clone. Captain Kamisori clone. Say that about 10 times fast. Good stuff though. It's a good razor, and I think it's one that, if you're interested in getting started, either do the Kamisori or the folding one, you'll be just fine. I'm using Clubman talc, kicking up a nice dust storm here in the bathroom because spouse unit's at work. Cut the shine down off my ever-growing 5 head. And let's try out some of this. Now, I am going to agitate because I don't remember if this one said shake first or not. Usually that's, you have to do it with non-alcoholic, but I go ahead and shake it up. This one too, just because reasons. It's got a pretty good restrictor, so this one is not cloudy like a milk. It comes out just like regular aftershave. Has kind of a pine. First thing it hits my nose is a pine or an evergreen thing after the alcohol flashes off. I don't know what else it's supposed to smell like. A little lavender. That's kind of in the mix. There's a little bit of a floral, but My first hit was, what does it say? It doesn't say what it's supposed to smell like. It smells nice. Oh, lavender, bergamot, geranium, clary sage, oak moss, and coumarin. I don't know where I got the evergreen. I'm going to have to give myself another dose of powder because it's sticky. There. All set. Thank you so much for coming to visit me. I always enjoy it when you come visit. I'm Major Rich, and you'll find me at theshavingcadre.com. If you're finding me on YouTube, please like and subscribe. Visit at the shavingcadre.com. You'll find me there and about. There's a bunch of good guys there. And we will see you next time. Like and subscribe, of course. Bye-bye.